Surfing on my own wave, baby. Surfing on my own wave. The night is electrical. I've been told y'all this is cinema. I am on my Kubrick horn like a Spielberg, close to count of fall. Feeling awesome to be back. And I'm murking all competition. Making what I wanna, that's a flex. Can't do what you wanna, ain't that a slow up when no one is Shogun. Magic, I'm feeling my palms. Make them go down with them hums. Nah, I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own waves, baby. I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own waves, baby. I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own waves, baby. I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own waves, baby. Surfing on my own wave, baby. Surfing on my own wave, baby. Surfing on my own wave, baby. Surfing on my own wave. The industry so full of. Welcome y'all to the. Nah, man, no subliminal, cause the insecure, they know who they are. Feeling awesome to be black, and I'm murking all competition. Everything that I do is a flex. If you don't get me, not my issue. Slow up for no one, the Shogun. Got the magic in my palms, make them go dumb with them hums. Nah, I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own waves, baby. I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own waves, baby. I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own waves, baby. I ain't riding no waves. Too busy making my own waves, baby. Surfing on my own wave, baby. Surfing on my own wave, baby. Surfing on my own wave, baby. Surfing on my own wave.
Let's start creating your look. If you haven't already done so, let's complete your player info. Your background sets the stage for who you are, both on and off the court.
I ain't with the back and forth, I ain't back and forth, I like don't know what you asking for, but just back and forth, I like but this your man still back at home, he ain't that important, like you ain't really seen it like that before, not like that before, you like when you put it like that, like that, like that, like that, you right. If you think you got it like that, when I act like that, alright. I'm about to have to backtrack, back on back, you right, you right, you right, you right, you right, yeah. Already know what you want, so why you keep hitting my phone? Thought you was with it before, just wait till I get in my zone. Stop all this silly talk, Marvin told me never. Certain things that start to pick up on. You cannot trick me, the jig is up. Never look just like, evidently you don't.
Your hairstyle says a lot about your look. Let's choose yours.
I'ma roll up, then I post up like dumb. When you don't give up, keep it real, girl, quick fun. When you put it like that, like that, like that, like that, you right. If you think you got it like that, when I act like that, alright. I'm about to have to backtrack, back on back, you right, you right, you right, you right, you right, yeah.
Never ever give a the clue what you really trying to get into. Both the friends wanna come with me, good things always come in threes. You got your walk out the door, till you show me what that in for. Not trying to mess up the vibe, but you got a cool in the vibe. Say that she feelin' my aura, but never been when to hit her from Aurora. Cause she is Salvadorian, they say she working so far. Everything going accordingly until she started feeling too important. I couldn't do nothing for her. Before shorty left out the door, she said.
When you put it like that, like that, like that, like that, you right. If you think you got it like that, when I act like that, alright. I'm about to have to backtrack, back on back, you right, you right, you right, you right, you right, yeah. When you put it like that, like that, like that, like that, you right. If you think you got it like that, when I act like that, alright. I'm about to have to backtrack, back on back, you right, you right, you right, you right, you right, yeah.
This goes for all around the world. To the world.
Let's start creating your look. If you haven't already done beard, scruff, or clean shaven, your path to facial hair greatness starts here.
This goes for all around the world. To the world is gone. This go all around the world. So we carry on. Thank God I got it. Thank God, yeah, I got it. Thank God, cause the trends they watching. Thank God I begin, can't stop it.
Now it's time to decide what kind of player you want to be. First, let's choose your player type: guard, wing, or big.
Black and white is dependent of ghosting. Give a toast to the Grammys, I ghosting. All night with the bag, all night with the swag, all night with the bag. This goes for all around the world. To the world is gone. This go all around the world. So we carry on. This goes for all around the world.
Let's define your style of play. This will determine the impact you have on the court. Now, it's time to choose your player's height and weight. Every choice you make here will affect your player's physical capabilities, both good and bad. So choose wisely before you lock in.
So we carry on.
I'm here. Yeah, the cash came. I ain't tripping on a past flame. Even if they were dimes, how many tens want my last name? Is this the rap game or high school politics? Boss could be on Maury cause they got a little pop in it. Before I show up, that's when the deposit hits. You only want me now. That's what I have problems with. 5-star suites was on the floor. That's the aesthetic when you getting $500,000 on tour. Not bad for 6 weeks. Plus I should receive my plaque soon. And on the game, I probably hang it in my bathroom. Last June, I was broke. This June, I made 100. Before and after didn't change me, though I stayed 100. Show me someone else who's doing what I'm doing. Singing, rapping, mixing, mastering, engineering, producing. That's every song with no exception. Plus the catalog longer than a lot of veterans. Mention me amongst myself, cause I'm the first of my kind. You live a semi-charmed life, cause your third eye's blind. I'm a shepherd, not a sheep, but I heard it's my time. Was in the shadows for so long, I deserve all my shine. Got some women you would love left on red. Got some homies about that arm leg arm. I should call the night. Can be dangerous. You let them behind the scenes, all of a sudden they start make enough to alter her perception of me. The older you get, the more expensive lessons will be. Gotta tighten up, move a little bit more militant. Coming down your block, looking like we copped the whole dealership. Penthouse suites, but couldn't tell you what city. Same ones who stayed down with me, gon' be up with me. See, that's the code you uphold when you know what it took to really grow into the star you all know. So when Boogers touched down, I got the Bentley waiting for him. In LA, the next time I'll probably play the form. But for now, catch me selling out the Novo. No debut, no openers, I'm solo. You're trapped in the club cause you can't sell tickets. Your album flopped and you went ahead and fell with it. Y'all, I'm a businessman. Caviar cones in my Sprinter van. On the phone with my lawyer talking about 8 digits, yeah. Just to be safe, even my safe's got a safe in it. False think I'm done with the it's one bad scene, the whole movie, so man, I'm out the game. Plus they
Like millions of other kids, you dreamed of one day being in the NBA. You wanted to be a star, and someday to rise above and become the greatest to ever play. You dreamed of being the one. But the road to stardom is never easy. There are obstacles, injuries, and disappointments. Adversity is universal. It can happen to anyone at any time. And one day, it happened to you. You went from being a guaranteed lottery pick to a kid who may never even play college ball again.
Now, look, it's always bad to hear about injuries, especially to college kids, of course.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, this one is particularly disheartening because we are 2 weeks into the season and one of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
I couldn't agree more. When I heard he was carried off the floor today, all you can do is find yourself hoping that he'll make it back. That's the bottom line. But my heart goes out to him because I didn't expect this. This is a devastating injury. It's never good to have something like this happen to you.
The team doctor broke the news. Torn ACL, sprained MCL, and a torn meniscus. Surgery was scheduled, but your game will likely never be the same. At the 2016 NBA draft, your name is still mentioned. Not as a prospect, but as a cautionary tale.
Now, there's another huge story in this year's draft. A record number of underclassmen, 30 of them, undrafted. And I hope, anyway, that this is a lesson, this serves as an example to college players. I'm not talking about the ones who are genuinely one and dones, the guys you know are going to be lottery picks. I mean the rest of them. They're not sure shots. You're not sure they're going to be lottery picks. Don't just use the college system for a year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that. If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max. The woe is me. Oh, my Lord. I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be basis. Some dudes deserve to be one and dones. Some people don't. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith, are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Height brothers. Now, you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about pretty good. You need to be great on the collegiate level, on the prep level, in summer leagues and what have you, in order for you to get the stature that you deserve. That's the bottom line. You're pretty good ain't good enough to be that stud NBA.
That's exactly my point.
Let me finish. There's another example. I did say the Height brothers. I wasn't talking about one individual. I was talking about two. What happens? One and done in a different way. 1 year, one ACL injury later, and look where he's at now. His future is clearly uncertain. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity because you never know when an injury is going to cost you everything.
Stephen A., listen to yourself. Let's listen to yourself for a second. You give one argument for why a kid should come out early, a one-and-done situation. I can give you 30 arguments this
what you got to do to get back on the court together to remind everybody of what you once were. Because that's what they need to do. Get back to playing ball together because when people see what you can do as one, the other arguments don't really matter. Like I said, don't sweat the technique.
Who the #1 rocker? All about the bread like it's chala. Know my ladies like a sauna. Know they all rockin' Lasana. No fighting, you don't want wahala. No I'm about to got that chopper. Burn until your head act proper. Overseas money, you get a lot of pounds, naira, dollar. 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 Pounds, naira. You can sit bench, you can be a player. Rap game playing, tunes you got flavor. Yeah, we poppin' all the way from Lagos to Vegas. Did it for the culture, proud that I made this. Raise your hands up when you feel the bass, yeah, real loud like on the spaceship in the crowd, yeah. I see it going, Nate. I'm wild out as soon as that refrain hit. Pounds, naira, dollar. 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 Pounds, naira. Stop by, say word to my soul, getting happy in the bed. In night, gotta be like waiting day. Looking for the pen things in the UK. Worldwide with it, it's a new day. I'ma get airplay in a new way. See you going hand, know that it got you. Got the whole globe singing pounds, naira, dollar. 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 Pounds, naira, dollar.
New York City, the mecca of basketball. The original Rucker League began here in 1947. game.